Okay. Stephen, how are we doing today?
Very well, thank you. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we're starting off right away. And I welcome you all to the lifestyle therapy session. Before Dr. Alabi comes, before he mounts the virtual podium, I'd like for us to just have a quick, maybe about 10 minutes to just discuss a few things. So how was today? How did you enjoy the experience? I want every right now, let's talk about how it went. How do you feel? Have you broken your fast?
Yeah,
Fast. Did you?
I was even like, I struggled around 4. I broke it around 4.
Oh my goodness. How many hours were you able to carry it
So
on for?
I stopped eating at 6 p.m. yesterday. So it was from 6 p.m. to 4 p.m. today.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So it was a struggle because I kept on telling myself that I was doing the same, but I couldn't just reach that step. I would have fainted. But all along, I was drinking water and I was taking herbal teas. Like I took a lot of Zobo tea, this Zobo tea, the tea bag. I took like 4 cups in between. No, not Zobo drink. The Zobo tea. Zobo made into tea bags. Yeah. Yes. And I was taking lots of water. That helped me till that 4 o'clock. And at 4, I had a sweet potato. I made sweet potato and sauce. That's all. And I felt okay after eating.
Fantastic. Thumbs up for you. Well done. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have. Well done. All right, so who else would like to share? Yes, so I have Fali. I can't say the name very well. Fadia Sanusi. I'm not wearing my glasses.
The name is Fadla Sanusi. Fadla Sanusi.
Sanusi. All right, ma. Would you like to tell us give us your own angle? What's the experience like? Did you observe up to 14 hours?
Yeah, the experience is quite good because I'm used to that before because I'm a Muslim. Every Monday and Thursday, we used to fast. You know, I was fasting on Monday. Okay. Even I was fasting because we used to have 3 days every month, which is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've been fasting since Monday to Thursday to today. You know, I'm used to that because usually eating around 6. We know I was with the coach Tokumbo this morning. I just drank water.
Okay, yes.
Then from 6 o'clock till we used to have we broke by 5 o'clock, like 3 minutes after 5. I just broke my fast because that's the rule, you know. And well, it's fine because I'm used to that. It's not bad.
Try to make it get to that 14 hours. You actually tried. You observed about 11 hours.
Because as a Muslim, there's something I have to break it at that time. I can't go exceed that because that's the normal time that I have to break my fast. You understand? I can't go.
Like I understand. Because like that's the spiritual angle. But now we're talking about life. We're talking about diet. We're talking about
I know that's what
should have.
Because you know we have to put those 2 things together anyways because I can't go exceed that because that's the spiritual angle. You know, I have to follow the rules. I can't break the rules too, but it's okay anyways.
Okay.
That's why I said it's fine.
That's good.
And after that, I just took my veg and my veg as carrots, peas, cauliflower, broccoli, and smoothie. Yeah.
Fantastic. Can you turn on your video? Let me see your face so that I can clap for you.
Okay. Let me.
We tried. And the meal fast too.
Okay. Can you say? Can you see the video?
Okay, I can't see you yet. Okay. All right, don't worry, that will take a lot of time. Don't bother. But thumbs up for you.
Thank you so much.
Well done. All right, so we have Mr. Sikiru.
You won't give me thumbs up.
Yeah,
I did. I told you well done. Well done. And for you too. All right. So let's hear from Mr. Sikiru Sonny. Yes.
okay. Yeah, I completed in 14 hours from 5 a.m.
Yay.
Well, the only thing is that I'm a Muslim too. So I zip water twice to break the fast, and then I continued.
Wow.
Our fasting is in the day. We don't fast at night. So by about 4:30, I zipped water twice, just very small. But I wasn't thirsty in the first place. I was also not hungry. But I think I'm used to fasting. It's quite easy.
Yes.
It could be very difficult in Nigeria. In Nigeria, where it is hot now, then we know the meaning of fasting. But not in the cold climate. So everything was
in Nigeria. I mean, observe the fast too.
okay.
I even went to work, I tried to keep my mind busy, engage myself, and then I took a lot of water. I drank a lot of water in between.
So you drank water during fasting?
Yes.
Within the 40 hours, we don't drink. We don't, for the fasting, we don't take anything. Okay. You are not allowed. If you drink, you have broken the fast.
No, you haven't broken the fast. You haven't broken the fast. So that way, you need to understand the fact that sometimes some people may have ulcers, some people have certain conditions that may not permit them to just go off completely like that. That is one. And then two, that dehydration. So for instance, if someone is not really used to going at length like that, in order to prevent dehydration, and then not water, but nothing else.
Actually, the top people are exempted from fasting. Well, you don't fast if you have that. You are exempted. God will not hold the person responsible. But you have to, because you can feed other people. Okay?
Yes. But you also know that particular fast that we embarked on today's challenge is actually not in the direction of, we can pray, we can combine it, but the fact is that it was also more about our health, but there's absolutely nothing wrong in taking it through the spiritual angle. That's perfectly acceptable. That's perfectly okay. But the fact remains that you did it, you broke it, you took water, and then you continued again. And so now you've broken the fast, I presume.
Yes.
Sonny.
I'm taking it. Yeah.
Okay. So what did you?
I drank almonds also. Almonds. Okay.
Oh, only that? I can hear you.
Yeah, no, after the program, I'll eat after the program.
Okay, no problem. Well done, sir. For you, and well done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Fantastic. Well done, sir.
Okay, well done.
Hello.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank your microphone. You can mute your mic. So who else will know? Yes, I can hear you.
Please, this Fadla Sanusi, please, can I say something? Please, just little, yeah.
Go ahead.
As we are Muslim, that's my brother too, Brother Sikiru that just left now. Because the challenge it falls on our day of fasting. That is why we said, no, we can't drink water in between. Because to Monday and Thursday fell into the day of this challenge. If it's tomorrow now, we too can do the same thing like you. Like maybe taking the zip of water, or we can even fast that hours to that hours that you said. But because it fell into the day of our own spiritual fasting, that's why we did it that way. You understand? That's just what I just wanted to.
That's
That's
perfectly
me.
understandable. Yeah.
Can you see me now?
Thank you so much. Okay, let me check. I still can't see you.
Oh, but
I can't see you. I can't see. Yes, because my video is on, but I can't see you.
Oh,
I
well,
can't see you.
I just want you to see my face, but it's okay. Any other time.
I'll probably. Oh my God's grace, when you come for the workout session.
Okay.
So let me take one more. Yes, ma'am. Yes, well, you're welcome. So one more contribution so that Dr. Alabi can come on board. Who else would like to share the experience with us today? How was today? If I don't get someone to speak up, I'm going to call up on someone. Because of time, let's try and let someone come in. Yes. A volunteer. Okay. All right, Mrs. Tifashe, are you there?
Hi. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, sorry, I can't hold my video right now because of where I am. I did not fast today because I'm on a medication right now, so I couldn't do it. So, but about fasting, so I think that drinking water during our fast is really very good, and because of dehydration, even though you're healthy, you think you're healthy, you're not sick, and maybe you are not excluded from the fasting, even though it's a spiritual one or is not, even though you just decided that you just want to go on a fast. So it is still advisable that we drink water. We are no more young children and we are growing every day. So it is advisable that we keep ourselves healthy and we should drink water when we are fasting. We should change the mentality of we not drinking water, going dry all day without drinking water. That's my own point of view. It's not like everybody want to go that way, but I can only advise, and that's just my own point of view. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Tifashe. Like you said, that's your point of view. And those who already spoke already expressed their own point of view too. You're very correct. In order to avoid or prevent dehydration, we should drink water. But if it has to do with the religion, then that has to be respected through and through. So thank you very, very much, everyone, and all those who participated in today's challenge. We have to bring Dr. Alabi on board now, if he's ready. Thank you all. Thank you.
All right. Like my head is, maybe I'm getting taller than the than the camera, so I have to make my head a bit lower. Else, like this, it's cutting it out. Okay. Thank you so much, Mrs. Olota. Thank you for the engagement. Okay, so I would also want to. All right, so this makes sense on both videos. Okay, so I also want to drop in one word. As regards the drinking of water during your fast. It's recommended, really, that you do not allow your body to go dehydrated, especially when you are on a fast. Again, if it is not a continuous fast, sometimes people go as long as 40 days consecutively, back to back and day to day. You may want to, if it's not that, okay, like what you do once or twice in a week, we may want to say, fine, you just go from dusk to dawn. I think that's the way it is done. The fast is done during the day, right? So we can say fine. Again, I also do not subscribe to the fact that people fast and then they still go about their normal daily activities. They let me use the word they use in Nigeria, they do their jama like normally. Even for spiritual purposes, I think it most times defeats the purpose of spiritual fast. Because a fast is not just abstaining from food, a fast is separating from food, material things, and then focusing your attention and your mind on God. Most of us, and a generation is already rising that is questioning some of the things we do in the name of religion. They are talking about spirituality. And then this spirituality, they are looking for it in every area, in all the faiths that our young people are calling out for. No matter the faith, they are trying to look for that because they are becoming aware that there is something on the inside that is much more than the things that we see on the outside, right? So the ultimate benefit of that fast, of any religious or religious fast, is to make your mind and your spirit to be in tune or attuned to your maker. Rightly said. I believe that also applies to the Islamic faith. It applies to the Christian faith. It applies to all faith, right? So if the fast, because I can't imagine somebody who is on a fast and then probably works in a place like Oshodi, right? And then the person is still running from one side of the Oshodi to the other side of Oshodi. He exerts his energy and all of that. By the time he gets home, I'm sure he's just going to eat, do a small prayer. He's going to knock off and sleep. I mean, there is actually no moment, no time to sit back, meditate, which is very, very key, and is about the most beneficial thing when we come to do these things, because I believe that it makes us to put our flesh under and allow us to be able to communicate more with our Creator in all the ways that we know to communicate with Him. So the purpose of saying that is that we have to be careful what we do even during the fast. That is one. Number two is that if it's a fast you do like once in a week, 2 times in a week, and within that short window, as long as you are not putting your body under unnecessary pressure, you can as well begin to have you can go without water for that moment if strictly it's a religious requirement, for that period. And afterwards, I will encourage that, make sure that you sufficiently hydrate your body so that you are not just you don't get dehydrated. But when it's going to be like a long fast, I will encourage that you don't take water, you don't choke with it in any way. It's highly recommended. And I would, I think I said that the day we had a drink 2 liters of water a day. I emphasized the fact that most conditions are started by dehydration. Water, if you come to the school, we will talk about that, because it's one of the major avenue for us to carry out that the body uses to carry out reversal or healing, as the case may be. And the reason is that a major chunk of the human body is made up of water. Several functions of the body that the body is carrying out, the body carries those functions out because of water. It uses water a lot. So whether you are drinking the water or not, those functions are going on, and the body is consuming the water. So when it gets to the point where your body does not get enough water to get those things done, then other things will begin to go wrong. It's like you are driving a car and there is no water in your coolant, or what we call radiator, right? How many of us, you've driven a car before with a bad radiator, and then it drives you to a particular point and then you are stuck. The engine goes off. If care is not taken, the engine can burst just like that. I've done that before in my younger days. I know I've knocked about 2 engines before. And then by the time we open it, the car is a wreck. We have to go change the engine and stuff like that. But you see, that is how water is also in the human body. We do not want to We cannot overemphasize its importance. My advice is that please take it as often as you can, right? And so the fast for today, actually, we did not include water in the fast for today. So you're also in line. If you have not taken water today, you're also in line. I purposely did not mention that okay, take water because of the time, the duration. I just want the body to be free, right? But after it's advisable that you use water so that it can be effective. Now, why do we do this kind of fast? And what does our body benefit from it? The benefits are many. And I want us to know that there is a need for us to engage in fast. If by virtue of your faith you do this twice in a week, then congratulations. Seriously. Because medically, scientifically, it's even recommended that 2 times in a week you should abstain from food. Have this kind of, it's called intermittent fasting. You have 5 days of the week where you eat whatever you feel like eating, and you're advised that 2 days of the week you should set it aside. You change your cycle of what you eat, and the purpose is there are many things to that. Now, a process called metabolism goes on in the body, and these metabolic activities have been when it comes to finding the etiology of diseases in the human body, defining going through the metabolic pathway has been one of the easiest routes. So you want to know why somebody is having a condition, the metabolic pathway gives scientists a very quick way to look at, okay, how can we troubleshoot? If there's any place we want to troubleshoot, the first place we want to go, one of the first places that they want to go through is the metabolic pathway. Why? Because just like we discussed how plants uptake food in a process called photosynthesis, and they give up oxygen, the oxygen we also breathe in the process called respiration. Now, we interpret respiration as a process of breathing in and breathing out. If you have attended the health college, you remember I told you that respiration is more than breathing in and breathing out. Respiration is the process whereby the body breaks down molecules of food that it attracts and then gives off energy. The energy is measured in ATPs. Now, that process determines a whole lot, and then in biology we call it cellular biology, in the sense that it is a process that every cell of the human body undergoes. Every time the cell is producing energy. And then when we're talking about grounding, you remember I said to you that we can measure the voltage of the discharge of the current that the body is giving off in the same way. In fact, it's easier, or one of the first things to be measured is the energy that the body is giving out. Is it giving out enough energy? If it's not producing enough energy, it's a strong indication that a whole lot of alteration is going on in that body. A whole lot of modification will be going on in that body, and that can be the precursor to several other conditions. Inflammation can take place, all kinds of conditions. The benefit of intermittent fasting is like a man that has a generating set. So for people who have left Nigeria in a while, you might have forgotten what that looks like, right? For those who are still there, Mrs. Olata, you know what that looks like, right? So when NEPA doesn't bring power, or is it PHCN or power, what is the name they call them now? They've changed their name, they have not changed their character. So so when they refuse to give you power, you power your generating set, your generator, and then none of this generating set is manufactured to work for 24 hours. Even in the industries, that is why they will have a backup, so that the main one probably would rest, or they have 2 main ones. If this works for 6 or 12 hours, the other one can do another 12 hours. So that one have the rest of 12 hours. The reason is that you don't want this to break down. Now, if you keep eating 365 days the way you eat, you're like a person who has a generator and is just powering generator 24 hours, 7 days of the week, 365 days of the year. So when they ask you, maybe in church or in mosque, to fast, aside from the spiritual benefits, it has several medical benefits, and these are the things we are talking about today. so I remember when we were young, we started fasting when I was in even when I was in primary school then. So, but the fast is like you will not have breakfast. Then school closes by 1 o'clock. By 1 o'clock, you are back home. Then you go to eat by 1 o'clock. That was where we started. But I remember then that that's a serious war. And then I will run up with some of my friends who don't know what we are doing in our house anyway. Just go to we go to their own houses. We eat there, eat very well. You clean your mouth, you rub your face, and go back home. And then I used to have a Muslim friend. So when they're having the Muslim fast, he comes to my house to eat. When we are fasting in my house, I go to his house to eat. Right? You know, we were kids. We were just doing those things then. But, you know, some people are still doing that today, even in their old age. Some people just say, I can't play with my stomach, I have to eat, and all of that. You are not helping your health. If you're actually going to help your health, the idea is that you want to introduce fasting into your lifestyle. Remember, at the beginning of these 21 days, we told you all the things we'll be recommending here are things that we want you to introduce and make a part and parcel of your lifestyle. Probably now that you are hearing it, it will make more meaning to you, might be more meaningful to you. So, what do we mean by that fast now? So, let me say this. Some people are fond of skipping their breakfast. Like normally, by virtue of their program during the day, they hardly have their breakfast. So, for them, if you are going to fast, it means that your lunch, which is your main food, you are going to stop it. For some people, because of their work, their first meal of the day is around 12. So that's like a brunch. That's what they feed on, right? So for them, if you say fast, it's nothing now, because already before they don't even take breakfast. So you want to also intentionally skip the lunch. So that is one thing you can do. So that by the time it's around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you are ready to start eating. And when you want to break the fast, in every faith also, I know that there's a lot of education going out there, educating people on how to break the fast, that you don't break your fast with cooked meals. I know that is agreed by all the faiths, or by most people. I mean, the education is going on that please don't break with cooked meals. Some people will break their fast with eba. Some will break their fast with rice. In those days when we used to fast, we want to revenge. So all the meals that we have missed, the breakfast, the lunch, so we will combine everything together, and then we have a mountain of whatever before us. We want to consume it. We can recover all the things that we have missed. That is not how to break your fast. You want to first start with raw food. Depending on the time of the day it is, start with raw food, have your raw food. Then afterwards, you can now go to have a cooked meal. And my advice is that the cooked meal should be moderate because of the time of day that it is, so that you don't go to bed with a heavy stomach. So you can, my advice strongly is that the normal size of food you take should be cut into two. So you take 50% of it and go to bed. You will eat the rest the following day. So don't rush the body. If you rush the body, you are also going to it's like you have disqualified, you have reduced you've trashed the benefits of fasting that is for the body now. In the first place, you have trashed it. If you go to rush your meals and then you just go there, you consume like that, I must revenge, I've been fasting. So that's like somebody who is on hunger strike, and that is not the purpose. So that defeats the purpose. You want to cautiously, carefully introduce yourself back to feeding. Like, you get what I'm saying? You want to cautiously introduce your body back to feeding. So the purpose of this, like I said, is to ensure that the body takes a rest. Like your generating sex, let it take a rest. Metabolic activities are very demanding activities that the body goes through. And like I said, more than we think respiration is breathing in and breathing out, it also has to do with the release of energy, and energy is what the body feeds on, right? Some people, because of the continuous mode of feeding which they engage in, right, they experience issues like fatigue. So they get tired easily. The brain is slowing down. They need a fast. That is the truth. If they can just go for a fast, take out, stop the food, stop everything, allow the body to do like what I call house cleaning. Let it do a cleaning. Don't load it with food. If you remember the DAR circle, that was why we said in the morning you don't want to have a heavy meal or a cooked meal in the morning. This issue called digestion is a serious business for the body, and we need to manage it. We need to be intentional, carefully plan how we allow our body to be carried away with digestion. Two functions actually, digestion and detoxification. If the body is loaded with too much toxins, the body will not be able to do other things. It will only be doing detoxification. If the body is loaded with too much food, also it's going to be doing digestion. So you don't want to do that, especially cooked meals. That is one benefit or one purpose for fasting. Number two, fasting can help your body to manage the glucose sugar, the glucose level, the sugar level in your body, the blood sugar. And again, for people who go on a fast, who have high blood pressure, if you do not take water, it's obvious. For example, if you're on a fast, you go to the bathroom to pee, you will see that, number one, the color of your urine turns yellow. Very good yellow, right? It would be a good sign if you are on a fast. But at the same time, we don't want that to be a normal occurrence for you. So you want to watch it, right? Because that's a sign of serious dehydration, which might not be helpful at the end of the day, especially if you are now doing it on a daily, consecutive, long days and long day fasting, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want your body to go through that kind of torture, right? So that is why we're taking of water. So that is one thing that you observe. The second thing you observe is that your temperature, if you're on a fast, your temperature increases. It rises. It is not only your temperature that will rise, your blood pressure too will rise. Which is why I said, while talking earlier on that, you have to be careful about the activities you engage in when you're on a fast. You cannot run, for example, on a normal day, you run 50 kilometers. When you're on a fast, it's not a time to run 50 kilometers. You really want to slow down a bit. Now, if you are now fasting without water, it's likely that your blood pressure could rise beyond normal. Your temperature, you will feel it. Your body is going to be warm when you're on a fast, because a lot of things are happening on the inside. A lot of activities are happening on the inside. Now, what they normally would use as a supply for their energy is being deprived them. Now, so what are the things that is going to be happening? Number one, because glucose is not supplied from outside, the body is forced to look inward from previous deposit of glucose that is left within your body, the sugar left within your body. For example, it's like a child you put in a house, no food. The child will be forced to go and look for the food that is left over from yesterday and warm it and then eat, because you have not prepared any fresh food. Like you are hungry, you say, I like eating fresh food, but when we got home, you are very hungry, there is no fresh food. What you have at home that is ready was the leftover from yesterday. You bring it out from the refrigerator quickly, you warm it and then you eat it. That is what happens when you fast. So your body is looking for food, but because it has not been supplied food like it's usually supplied food for the day, the sugar that is left within your system from yesterday, the body begins to mop it up and use it. So that was why I said it can help to control the blood sugar of your body. Again, for people who are also watching their weight, now I need to put a caveat here. Intermittent fasting and skipping of meals are not the same thing. So some people, because they are watching their weight, they intentionally now begin to skip meals. If you keep doing that, it can backfire on you. So you just declare that you're not even losing the weight you want to lose. But if you plan it, this is a scheduled thing. Like it's periodic. You now say, okay, maybe once in a week you're going to do that. That once in a week is to help your warehouse, your body engine house to, clean itself, to rest from digestion and other metabolic functions so that it can be renewed. So 7 days of the week. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. We were told that God walked, He made heavens, He did everything. And on day 7, we were told God rested. I don't believe God rested. Yeah, I don't believe that. If God rested on day 7, that means He will be needing to rest every 7 days. You can imagine if God rested before He made human beings. Now that we are about 8 billion, I think He will rest like 3 times a week because our wahala is too much. So I don't think that was what happened. Now let me explain what happened. It was not God that rested. God knew that the things He had created, they needed to rest. It's like a man who has tools. Those tools, the man might say, okay, I'm human, I don't need rest. But you consider the tools, that these tools would require some rest. That was why He told them that when you have a plot of land, you farm that land for 6 years. On the 7th year, allow it to rest. Everything that God made and is set in motion, He programmed them to rest at some point. That's how you see the way the whole world is turning right now, the climate change, or the way we are abusing everything, is because we are programming things to work 24 hours without rest. And that is not the original intention of God when He was making these things. The same applies to our human body. No human life, no human being is programmed to stay awake for 24 hours. Right? You are not wired that way. You are wired to work. After work, you are wired to rest. Rest is important. So when we fast, we are allowing our bodies to rest. That is the internal workings of our systems. They are the ones that we're allowing to rest. It will also help at the long run, even for people with high blood pressure. Because again, the heart and the other vessels of the heart, they will also find time to rest so they can clean out themselves. Instead of being loaded every day, being bombarded every day with fresh food, cooked meals, and when we do that, digestion will take place, the liver, the bladder, the kidney, they will work to recycle. On the day of rest, all of those organs will not have to deal with that one. What they will be dealing with are the ones that are from yesterday. So it won't be a very hard work for them to do. They just do like a normal clean out and everywhere will be clean. I remember in those days in Lagos, because of the dirt and how dirty the city can become, that they introduced the environmental sanitation. That you can walk for 29 days of the month, but for one Saturday of the month, between like 4-5 hours, let everybody clean their homes and surroundings. That is a kind of a rest for the environment. It is methodical, and we need to understand that it is required even for our health. So we just don't wake up to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. But no matter how clean the meal is, the body requires some rest away from food. So we can fast completely and abstain from food. Like I said, 14 hours, we can do that. The other thing we can also do is to fast away from certain foods. For example, you can decide to eat only raw food for an entire day, 24 hours. I think we have done that here. That is a kind of rest. It's a kind of fast also. So you say no cooked meals, only raw food. That is a kind of fast as well. Another kind of fast is, okay, I'm not going to eat any food at all. I will only take liquids. And then you could take your water. You could take some other waters. You could take the aloe vera juice is also a good one that you can take. And you use that. Watermelon fast is also a very good fast. fasting alone on watermelon. And I think I've discussed how you can take your watermelon here. Like I said, if you cannot eat it alone, leave it alone. So don't add any other thing to watermelon. Just watermelon, that's what you're supposed to feed on. That you can fast and feed on watermelon for an entire day. That's a kind of fast also. Why? Some of the things that are found in the watermelon will also help to fight off radicals within your system. They will also help the body to be able to purge and prune itself. So all of these are things that are possible when we do fast, right? So there are cases of cancers that, sciences have said, so many medical journals have proved that as well, that fasting can even help people with cancers. People who have inflammation. Remember what I said about inflammation? Most conditions are caused by inflammation. Fasting can help to address that as well. Aside the major ones that I spoke about, like blood sugar, high blood pressure, that how fasting can really help to do that. And so if you are having weight loss issues, maybe you need to fast a bit so that your body can use up the excess fat, because it's going to go back. Those places where it has stored the fat, it will convert those fat back into energy that the body can burn, and it's going to burn them easily. But it's not now, like I said, so don't now make that your party. If you do that like systematically, like, okay, so once in 3 days you're going to have a fast, 3 days you eat, 1 day you're going to have a fast. If you do it that way, then you can achieve that benefit and that purpose. Okay? All right. So that is where I'm going to stop for this afternoon. Do I have any question? I think I do. Yeah, you can unmute yourself if you have a question and ask the question. I will answer it real quick.
Good evening, sir.
All right. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, so my question is this: is it possible to go on a watermelon fast for like 5 days at a stretch?
5 days at a stretch, watermelon fast. All right. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible. Very, very possible. But what do you want to achieve?
Okay, and is it advisable?
So that's what I'm asking.
And is it advisable? It's just for
yeah.
It's just for the body to rest.
5
So
days.
for me, I've had a lot of my body has worked a lot between December and now.
You have eaten a
So I'm
lot.
just thinking,
No,
okay, to give the body-
just say it the way it is. You have eaten a lot between December and now. We're here. Okay. Now, so
Nah, well, now, you know what's up.
I don't do. I don't do. Don't rope me in. Okay. You see, it's one of the reasons we are having this boot camp, so that your body can rest, just like we are having right now. My advice always is don't brush anything when it comes to this process. When it comes to natural health, natural healing, we need to give it the time it requires. It's part of the process. The time makes process. So if you want to, but like people who gain weight, or people who have conditions that they accumulated over a period of time, now they want something that will do like a quick whatever and get rid of it. Now it does not work that way when it comes to natural health. Again, working that way also goes against the law of nature, and which is one of the reasons we have found ourselves where we are. A whole lot of the things that are causing problems for mankind in their health right now, they are things that were produced because of fast food, fast this, fast that, instant this, instant that. Our generation right now is suffering because of the instant nature. Our instant miracle, instant noodles, instant this, anything instant. You have to be careful about it. You need to beware, right? So everything should go through the normal process, right? So 5 days for me at a stretch probably would be too much. So what we recommend when it comes, like I said, 3 days food, 1 day off food might be what you should do. So it's going to help you to do that, because if you rush on the 5 days, by the time you are done with the 5 days and you are back, your body might want to be asking for more than you can bargain for, and then you may go back. In fact, it might be worse than where you started off before the 5 days. That is why I was asking, what is the purpose? For what purpose do you want to do that? So what we are doing right now will help you to detoxify after all you have eaten during Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all the other holidays that we had. Okay. Another question? So tomorrow, the one task for tomorrow is to get a massage. So I understand that in so many places the spas the salons are shut down because of COVID-19. So you will need to get somebody to help you massage your body, or if you have there are machines for that purpose as well that you can use, especially when you run through Coach Tokumbo's class of physical fitness. You need a massage actually, or Coach Debbie, you will need a massage. It's important. You will go through that. In fact, I was talking about reflexology. So if you're in a city where the salons are open, you want to do reflexology, just look around you and ask for somebody who can handle that for you. It has some benefits for your health as well. So that is the task for tomorrow. I just feel like saying it so that it's not going to be in the morning. Like the one for today, I guess we should have announced yesterday evening when we met, so that people will have been prepared for it as if we're going to bed. So I feel we'll be doing that announcement like a day before, so that we can carry everybody along. So tomorrow is a massage, so you want to have that. I think another day you have to have a sauna bath, which is also very important. It's going to help the heat, is going to help your pores, the pores of your skin, to open up for proper detoxification through your skin. All of these are all healthy practices that we want you to inculcate into your lifestyle after these 21 days. Okay, so that will be all for today. We were meant to show 2 videos today, but I think we will show them tomorrow. All right. Miss Alota, are we done? That was Miss Alota. Miss Alota is she's the new, she's the latest bride in town. So I don't know why she's not in her honeymoon right now as we speak. So, but it's okay. Right. So no wonder somebody said she's looking. Somebody said you look beautiful. That's fine. That's good. Prof is telling you. Prof is telling you congratulations. You are not. Is it not in order?
20th wedding anniversary, 20 years, not.
Yeah. You had the renewal of vow, you had a ceremony, which is good. Yeah, what does that make you? It's not you are a new bride now. That's what it means. That's what you guys did. Yeah, now.
Bride.
Well, a bride is a bride, so that's what is important, and it's good. It's a good experience, so that's nice. All right. Okay, everyone, thank you. Prof, sir, thank you so much. I see that you are.
You're welcome, sir.
I see that you are part. Okay, you are in the UK at the moment, right?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Okay, Madame prevailed eventually. That's nice. Where is she? She's not joining this. She's not in this class.
She said that she joined and that she will get you from me.
She said. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, that's nice. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening. We're going to meet tomorrow morning. And then,
thank you, sir. Bye.
For those who are in America, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Dr. DJ.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, bye. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. So that is how we're going to have it and stop it here for today. You can come back to watch the video. We'll meet tomorrow morning. I think our session tomorrow morning is going to be with Dr. Ajayi. It's going to be another session of, I think so. I think it's Dr. Ajayi. If not Dr. Ajayi, then it's going to be Coach Tokumbo tomorrow. So I know Saturday is going to be with Coach Debbie. Saturday and Sunday will be Coach Debbie. Tomorrow is with Dr. Ajayi. Yeah, so he's going to continue on his sessions on the Tai Chi, Qigong, therapy. I mean, it's something you don't want to miss. All right, we see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. EST for those who are in US and Canada. And then for those who are in UK and Nigeria, it's going to be 6 a.m. for guys in Nigeria and 7 a.m. for those who are in UK. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day or have a lovely